Right, good afternoon. You join me back here at Waldens Farm. I'm on the Carp Lake again, Bishops I think it is. Just had my first one, as you've seen. Just fishing small micro chods, little bits of foam and fake corn, simply because boilies are banned, so I've got to fish something popped up just to keep on top of the chod. Loose feeding corn and pellet over the top at the moment, and I'm also loose feeding mixers down that way. Between the island, because there's a nice little bit of scum up on the surface there. I've had fish coming up for them already, and hopefully this rain will stay off and it'll keep them coming up. So we'll try for a floater caught fish later as well. But one already, not a bad going. I've been here about an hour and a half. I've done a couple of laps around the lake, so it's a good start at the moment. So yeah, see how it goes from here. See you in a bit. Right, quick status update for you. Not a lot's happened. They've stopped coming up in numbers for the mixers over to my right after I had that fish. There's been the odd one, but there's no significant feed in. So now what I've done is I've done the 3-rod trick to get a bait right underneath that tree there, that dead tree, with a little handful of corn around it, and my other rod is just in between that bit of green, that little gorse bush overhanging, and that branch as well. And that's where my right hand rod is. That's where I had the bite earlier. Well, the cast underneath the tree worked. Unfortunately, I lost the fish I had a bite from because I got caught up in the middle of this lovely gump. As you can see, I've had to cut off my rig. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting it back in underneath that tree. The rig itself, ouch, is sharp. Is a little tiny micro chod rig, basically, using yellow corn and a little bit of yellow foam just to pop it up just off the bottom. Got a decent sized duck on there, a little bit of 20 £, and that's just to try and hold it out of the silt and all the crap on the deck. If you look over my shoulder there, you should be able to see my bait and spoon around about there. The plan is, I've laid that out there, cross the water, I now cast the rig over the top of it, put the rod in the rest, turn the alarm down, and then bring the line in, put the rig into the baiting spoon, walk it around to the tree, drop it where I want it, put a few grains of corn over the top, run back round here and then get the rod set up. See if it works this time. I've moved lakes, as you can see. I'm now on Bishops. I've come here because I did a couple of laps around Abbott's, which is where I was after losing that fish, and I couldn't see anything, couldn't see any signs of fish feeding or anything. And as I was coming round, I saw a few fish fizzing in this swim. Come back round again, there's still fish fizzing, so I've moved around, dropped a couple of choddies out again. I've got one down in front of the platform there, and I've got the other one out towards the island, about 3/4 of the way around towards the island. I've got fish fizzing on the right hand rod as we speak, so it's looking good. I'm going to give it another couple of hours and then just chin it. But yeah, let's see how it goes. I'll speak to you in a bit.